This is the Raising Karter podcast, and I'm your host, Ramon Weatherall Sr. And the Raising Karter podcast is a podcast dedicated to fathers with sons. But I got a question for you. We're going to get right into it. Would you rather get beat up in a fight or get your heart broke? Now, when I say get beat up in a fight, I don't mean get straight beat down where you're in like ICU or something. I mean, kind of how Terrence Crawford beat up Homeboy, like that. Get beat up like that. Which one would you rather pick? Dads, because your sons, we're talking to the dads right now. Which one would you rather pick, Dad? Would you rather get beat up in a fight, or would you rather get your heart broke? And I asked a lot of guys, and after they got done explaining, most of them said, I'd rather get beat up in a fight, because getting your heart broke is probably one of the worst things that can happen to a man, because we love on a different level. If you love a woman enough for her to break your heart, man, that's something that is traumatizing. Like, it's not something easy to deal with. And I think if that's the case, then why aren't more fathers talking to their sons about this? If you rather get beat up than get your heart broke, shouldn't that be something you talking to your son about? Shouldn't that be something you talking to your son about? But we don't. We don't do it. My father didn't do it for me. I remember I was a grown man and I was having issues with my oldest son's mother still. She's still doing her thing, doing her thing, causing problems in my new relationship. Actually, the relationship the relationship I'm in now, the woman I'm married to, causing problems with that. And I asked my father something about it. Just, man, just, I didn't have the answers. I needed to, I didn't know. Kind of brought it up, and he started to say something. He was like, well, I would do this. Then he stopped. And he just went on talking about something else. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I want to know what he was going to say, even if I disagree with it. He just stopped and went on to something else. Don't do that. Don't do that, because after that, I just felt like, well, I can't ask you nothing, man. And I really honestly haven't really asked him much since. Because when your son needs you, whether he's 5 or 45, you got to be there, man. I'm looking, man, you got to be there. If you can hear my voice, if you can see my eyes, I'm telling you, when he needs you, no matter how old he is, how old you are, you have to be there. For him, not for you, not giving your own personal fucking opinion about shit. Like you ain't never had no issues, like nobody ever hurt you, like you was always on top. No, you stop it. Stop it. Help him, because he needs you. Because if you don't, he might handle things the wrong way and get himself into some trouble that he can't get out, or some trouble that he really got to face some hard consequences for, because you just didn't want to answer the question, or you just missed, you just dropped the ball. You can't afford to drop the ball too many times. And I got some.
So I just left the restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date to show up, and apparently I got stood up. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm trying to do everything right to be a gentleman. I brought flowers. I've been consistent talking with this girl for 2 weeks, trying to get to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I made plans. I picked the restaurant, the day, and the time. You know, I've done everything to be just the kind of guy that would value somebody's time. Like, I'm just looking for my person. I'm just looking for the.
Well, one thing you did wrong is asking women what you did wrong. That's one thing you should know, that you asking the opposition what you did wrong. What you did wrong was, brother, is that you obviously weren't picking up on the signs if this woman really liked you or not. At this age, at his age, you should be able to tell if someone likes you or not, if someone's digging you or not. You know, if they're not playing games with you or not. Was she confirming? Was she going back? Was she acting excited about the dates you were going? Was she asking you questions? Was she, telling you about how she was getting ready? Was she doing any of that? Or were you doing all the talking about the date? Were you initiating all the conversations about the date? And she wasn't initiating any conversations about the date. That should have told you something right there, that you was going to get stood up, that it wasn't going to happen. There are grown men that are right now going and working with relationship coaches and all this stuff, which, hey man, get your money, but ain't that what you supposed to be? Ain't that what dads are supposed to be for? Ain't that what we supposed to do? Help you with this stuff? So you got some game, you got some, some knowledge about women. You can ask us stuff. It ain't that what, but dads, we dropping the ball. People complain, talk about marriages, and you see all this stuff on the internet all the time, how marriage is. I seen divorce lawyers, talking all this game about how marriage is, why would you get into it? And it's a 58% divorce rate, and probably all the way up to 75% of the people that are married, but they're actually divorced. They're just living together just because they don't want to give up half their stuff. It's not, marriage isn't the problem. It's the problem is that we don't know how to pick someone to be with. That's the problem. No one teaches us how to pick anybody to spend our lives with. No one, you don't know. So you go in it picking somebody just because they look good, or because they got it's a man, he's got a lot of money. A woman pick because he's got a lot of money, and or a guy, we don't really care about money, so we just pick the girl who looks the best, who's the sexiest, who we want to have sex with. But she's not the woman you should marry. You probably met the woman you want to marry. You probably met her. You probably broken up with her. You probably dumped her. You probably mistreated her somewhere along down the line. You're not with her anymore. That was the one you should have married. The person you want to marry is the person that's going to give you the best life. The person that you're going to have the best life with, not the sexiest, not the, the most exciting or whatever. No. Who are you going to have the best life with? That's the person you marry. That's the person you get into a relationship with to see if it can go farther. But we don't pick that person. We don't pick them. We don't even think about that. See? Yeah, that lawyer that I seen on TikTok talking all that crap. Yeah, you a divorce lawyer. You making money. If you were so upset about the divorce rate and doing all this, why are you a divorce lawyer? That's what you do. You know what I mean? That's what you making money of. I don't care how bad you think it is and how stupid you think it is. You know, it don't matter if you just being in a relationship, you living with somebody. You can pick the wrong person there and be in, going through hell with that. It don't matter. Just don't throw it all in the lap of marriage. If you do not know how to pick someone to be with, whether you're married, in a committed relationship, dating, it doesn't matter. You're going to end up on the short end of the stick. You are doomed. And fathers, we have to help our sons with this. And stop chasing women. Stop chasing women. Stop, man. Every live on TikTok, a man is talking about relationships. I just want to, man, are you in a relationship? Why y'all listening to people who ain't in relationships? You listen to some live, some dude or some female talking about a relationship. Well, how is their relationship? How can you talk to me about what you should do in a relationship and you not in one? Stop chasing women. I got a video for you. A good video for you that can help you, that you need to hear, you need to see, because we need to stop chasing women. The right woman for you is going to appreciate your ambition. It's going to appreciate you never wanting to give up. See, I got the I will never give up hat on. She's going to appreciate that. Everything is not going to be all about her.
Living in a time where women want to be in competition with your dreams. In this day and game with the gram, a chick can tell you better chase me like you chase your money. That's not happening, baby. You got life fucked up. Not me. Not me. Not Wallow267, aka Wallace Peoples. That would never happen.
But they just be testing a nigga when
they ain't testing me. Test somebody else. Go to school and take a test, baby. You ain't gonna do that shit with me. Cause it's not happening with me. All that, oh yeah, no, baby girl.
Because a real woman don't even want that.
Yeah.
That ain't, they just be saying this shit.
I mean, want a motherfucker to come up and then fall back and chill. No, I'm not laying up nowhere with nobody. I'm going to get this paper.
That's backwards, man. Because there aren't any bunk beds in the graveyard. Nobody, like my father used to tell me, you going down in that hole by yourself. So why are you caring what everybody else think? Why are you doing what everybody else wants you to do? You better make decisions based upon what you want to do and what you are prepared to live with. You prepared to live with and you prepared to die with. But there ain't no bunk beds in the graveyard. You going in that hole by yourself. I don't care how much you love everybody you love. You going in there by yourself. So dads, we got to teach our sons to love themselves more than anybody else, more than a woman. Yes, one day we all would like to see our sons with a great woman and have children and grandchildren and all of that. But first and foremost, they got to love themselves, else they're not going to know how to pick someone who loves them too. Nobody's going to love you if you don't love yourself. Think about it. The people who constantly put themselves down. Yeah, sometimes, you get a few people that'll pick them up and say, hey, don't do that to yourself. But eventually people going to get tired of that and be like, you know what? I get tired of listening to this person constantly put themselves down, not believing them. They just, they're just a downer. They just, I don't want to be around them. They're negative and they're not going to be around you. You're going to be alone. That's why there are so many men that are alone, they're just like invisible. like they're not there. They're invisible at work. They live alone at home. They're invisible because they lack self-confidence. More than likely, some woman has divorced them or left them and they haven't bounced back from it. If you really dig down and see why this guy is like that, he's probably back to being hurt by maybe could go already back to his mother. But a lot of time it's because they were with a woman and she broke their heart. And that's difficult to come back from. And not everybody can do it. So, fathers, there's no way to prepare him for that, but you got to be talking to him about it. You can't just say, you like girls? Oh, that's good. That's good enough. No, it's way deeper than that. It's way deeper than that. You got to get way deeper than that, fathers, if you can. Because some of us, you might not be able to just because no one ever talked to you. And you going through your own thing right now. But if you don't want him to go through, if you don't want your son to go through a difficult time, and like I said, if you would rather get beat up than get your heart broke, this is a conversation we need to have, son. An ongoing conversation. So that is this episode of the Raising Karter podcast, of the Raising Karter podcast, that's dedicated to fathers with sons, talking about serious, important issues, and just showing you just how important you are. You are important. Your son needs you. From the cradle to the grave, man. It don't stop. So, like this podcast, share this podcast, subscribe to the Camera Guy TV YouTube channel. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers, all the men that you know in your life that have sons to check out a podcast on Apple Podcasts, on YouTube,